elevated it. You went from. I'm gonna fast forward because everybody wants the juice. You went from PlayStations to private jets. How the fuck did you go from PlayStations to private jets, bro?
Not only that, let's get to this, right? Because when we was where we was at, right? T-Pain had a chain talking about this big ass chain. You had that way before.
And he even spoke about it.
He even thought about having that chain. Talk your shit.
This nigga had a license plate. A license plate.
Yeah.
The measurements of a New York State license plate, we all have license plates on our cars. Everybody watching this pod, you know the license plate that you have on your car? Imagine that encrusted in diamonds. He had it. Y'all gonna see it on the screen.
With his name on it.
With my name on it.
With his name on it.
You know what I'm saying?
And that inspired a whole bunch of other people. Like even Plies got a Florida license plate. Then this nigga Fat Joe started coming out with the big fucking casket, fucking what do you call it? The tombstone. A big piece, like niggas big TS. Niggas started coming out with. They was like
big shit. Yeah.
Niggas used to see me out. They used to see me out in all the spots.
Yeah, you was with Fab and everybody.
I used to run around with
Talk
Fab
that shit. Talk your shit.
And then also like Fab inspired that shit too. Nigga came out with the big rich young piece this big. I said, oh, niggas want to play? I'm gonna say because like we was like celebrities too. Like we were honestly, to be honest, we were making way more money than a lot of these niggas.
And G5s back then.
Like listen,
what's a G5?
Yo, but you was in PJs before PJs was a thing.
Yeah, because like
tell these people what a G5 is.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
talk about it. Let's talk about that.
How I got to that level because we were doing so much fraud all over the country. And we couldn't take all this shit with us, all these PlayStations, all these computers, all these laptops. I was even getting coffee makers because them shits, those espresso cappuccino makers, those shits like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000
easily.
And it was hard for me to get everything back. And then somebody had mentioned, he was like, you know, if you get on a private plane, you could just fill that shit up with everything. And I was like, how do I get that? Like, I can't afford a fucking private plane. He was like, oh, you could charter one. I'm like, charter one? So I'm in Miami with a whole bunch of shit. I have fucking. He was like, "Yeah, I'll talk to one of my guys." Talk to him. He's like, "Yeah, give me a few dollars and we'll get you and your guys or whatever the fuck you got. We'll get that shit to New York." I was like, "All right." So that's where the line came in, and it was really to transport all our goods back to New York for me to sell. Because I'm not from fucking Miami or California or anywhere we were going to get these things. Because New York is pretty small if you really in a scam world. You can't keep going to the same place and scamming them. You're going to get caught. So we opened, like I started going everywhere, every state, everywhere. But now instead of driving, I'm tired. I'm sick of driving. I just couldn't do it no more. But now in Miami, we get the plane connect. So it was originally just to transport all my goods back to New York. But then we started saying, yo, fuck this. And we're going to travel because they're passenger planes. So we're like, yo, we get the whole gang, nigga. We're going all over the place. And we got the money for it because we're getting all these goods. And I'm selling it top dollar. People like, see, like, I'm going to say like people other than us, they were messing up the game kind of, but they wasn't consistent. They couldn't get so much stuff because they couldn't afford to buy the cards, this and that. So now they'll get a PlayStation and sell it for half. If it was 400, like, yo, give me 200 for it. We were selling that shit for 80%. Like, I want 80% for this shit. And then we started configuring because it was hard to sell because like these they're called fences. Like these are like street cats that buy shit and they resell it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and then they were trying to beat me down and all that stuff. But we had lots of fences that were, people just trying to make $1 reselling it. So they would try to be, and then I used to feel sorry for a lot of guys because like, I got so much money. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Just give me 60%, give me 70% so they can eat. Cause I used to feel bad. Niggas was out here fucked up. So we started, cause we used to buy a lot of stuff on eBay. Like all the, like the blank PVC cards. and all that shit, like the tipper foil, all the components.
What's a PVC card? Like a laundromat card? You could turn a laundromat
it's
card
like
into
the credit card. It's like a blank white card, like a
So
hotel,
you gotta speak like these niggas
card.
is dumb, bro.
Who is
Right.
Dren Starr right now?
Yeah. So look,
You know
the
what I'm
PVC
saying?
card
Yeah.
is like hotel key cards.
Same
that
shit.
you put swipe in the door,
Yeah.
and that's what it is.
And you turn that shit into a whole American Express
Yes.
black card.
Yes, exactly. And then you see a lot of people don't know, back then when we had black cards, them shits was plastic. It wasn't titanium metal. It wasn't metal.
They hit different. My shit is real though, by the way.
No. I'm saying back then it was plastic.
Yeah, no, I know.
It wasn't made. The material was in metal. So, like, listen, shit was crazy.
So
out
let's
there.
talk about because you know we was all. By the way, for the viewers, this is like a reunion. We all did time. We all bit it up north, New York State Penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's dangerous. Like New York State Penitentiary is like the golf course. The masterminds come together.
Yeah.
We come home. We all doing the right thing now. He's telling his story because he did his time for his crime. My brother Tank did his time for his crime. I did time for my crime. And we all up and we all winning. The reason why he could tell his story is because he did his time already. So he's not telling on himself. He's not snitching on himself.
You making sure
He's
ain't
legit.
doing that.
He's a legit business owner now. All his shit is valid. You know what I'm saying? So we could tell this shit. But the way you did what you did, bro, let's talk about the Bahamas. Why you can't go to the Bahamas anymore?
All right, I can't go to the Bahamas anymore because
You know what I'm saying?
because now you see, now we're gonna turn it up a little. We're gonna turn
You know
it
what I'm
up a
saying?
little. So
My man, he travels heavy. I travel heavy. But when you want scamming time and you know what I'm saying, you activated and like he said, like sometimes you gotta once you burn the states, now you burning countries and you gotta tell your story about
listen,
the
listen.
So look, all right.
Before you say that, right? I am of Dominican descent. You hear me? Proud all day, every day. I need y'all to understand. My brother has a dual citizenship in DR. I don't even have that. You heard me? Like, that's my brother. At the end of the day, don't ever get it twisted. Like, this is the Trinity. Bro, talk your shit, bro. It's just like, I'm just mind boggled.
So at one point of the scam and stuff, like New York was getting like the whole United States was kind of getting hot.
You topped it out.
So we like hit rock bottom because we were hitting because how many fucking Apple stores were there? Back then? It was like fucking 2 in each state or 1.
Yeah.
So we coming back in. Oh, you want 50 fucking iPhones? Oh yeah, wait right here, nigga. And the fucking police is coming through the back door for you. So we had to this Bahamas situation is I had one on vacation to the Bahamas first. So you know I'm just exploring. I'm walking through the casino and I'm seeing like all these rich people. You know they're gambling heavy numbers and you know they don't have that much cash because you can't bring that much cash with you. So I run into a machine. It says cash advance. So I'm over there looking at this shit like, what? Cash advance. So I'm standing by and I'm watching motherfuckers come with their credit card. All they doing is swiping it, putting the amount that they want, and the receipt prints out, and they're going to the window. So where you cash out.
Take the receipt
And
with them.
they're all right. So I'm watching the whole process. I'm following the guy doing it, and he's over there. He gives them the receipt. They're like, all right, so you have can I see your card and can I see your ID? And they would just glance at it real quick. Give it right, like push it right back to them. Like not even, they don't even, all right. You
got the receipt. Once the receipt went through, it's valid.
So I guess like it's formality. Let me see your ID.
Exactly. Cameras are there, 1,000 cameras. Yeah.
So, and I see her counting out the money. You know, they do it like right there. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? and I happen to have a phony credit card in my pocket.
Just did.
So I go to the machine. I swipe. Put 5,000 in, receipt pops fucking up, go to the window, get the cash. I'm like, holy shit, I just got cash money. I don't have to buy junk and resell it or nothing. So now,
on site,
I go back with the same card to the machine, declined. I only have one on me. I'm like, now, light bulb. I'm going to New York. We're going to print 1,000 fucking cards and we're coming back
to the Bahamas.
Boom. Nigga, came back to the Bahamas. I came with my gang. I came with a bunch of niggas. We in the Bahamas just to go to that machine. We go. We're rocking on it. All the cards. Till the card says declined on that thing.
And keep using it.
Keep using it. It's pumping.
So, bro, we were getting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from the teller. Thousands and thousands. And here comes the private jet thing again. There's no search on the private jets. So you could do whatever. If you got the money to fly on I don't know about now. Because now it's a little, because I flew on a couple jets lately and
it's different.
Yeah, it's
like different because niggas made it hot.
Yeah, so they're not on it.
Yeah, but
they on it. Let's just say that, because now they need to know the weight of the plane, this, that. How about they want to know your weight. Motherfucker, like, you 200 pounds? All right, we got to know where you're sitting at and all this crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But back then, they didn't give a fuck what the fuck you was talking about. Nigga, whatever, come on down. So, we can't bring all this cash back because we have to clear customs. Like, we could smuggle it in, but, there's a chance that shit will get caught. So, private jet thing again. Call my man in Miami. Yo, I need a jet down here. He was like, yeah, it's like fucking 20 minutes. We're right across in Miami. And I forgot that Miami was like right on top of us. Sends a jet in. All my guys, all the cash, all that shit. Go back to New York. Then kept doing it. So now one time I'm with two kids that that worked for me. Because we went down there, we was gonna relax, we were gonna chill. And they were working for me in New York. Because after I started coming up, I started separating myself from everyone. So I'm in the cut. So now I'll let other people run their crews. I will let other people run their crews and do whatever they got to do. So I'm just like, I wasn't dealing with anyone.
You're the boss.
So now I'm the boss. So now I'm not dealing with nothing.
Control your team, nigga.
Exactly. So now I'm going down there with, two of my guys that worked directly with me because they knew me. So we go down there to the Bahamas and we're like, yeah, we're going to rock. Because, they was hungry. They needed a couple of dollars. Like, yeah, let's rock. So we go down there to, we get all this cash from the fucking machines and from the teller. And there was a Michael Jordan party that night. So I was kind of tired. I was like, listen, I'm going to go back to the room. I'm going to relax a little bit. And, we'll meet up later. We're going to go to this Michael Jordan party. So now I'm laid out. I'm sleeping till later. These motherfuckers still have the cards that weren't because I was doing big amounts, like 10,000, 8,000, but I didn't care if it had less than that on it. So they knew there's probably a couple chump change on this.
Left on it.
Yeah. So what this motherfucker decides to do, because in the Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas, it's all luxury stores down there. These motherfuckers decided to go to the Gucci store to go buy some Gucci. So they get whatever they're getting. They're swiping the card. And while they're swiping, after they swipe the card, remember, it's a card of somebody's card.
It's a clone.
So the person who's really the card holder was using the card at the same exact time.
What type of fucking bad
in
luck
California? So the nigga called. So the shit, I guess his shit declined. He calls up and they're like, "Yo, sir, your shit's pinging in the Bahamas." Hey, what? Nigga, they call up. The bank calls the fucking store and says, "Look, the card holder is in California. That's not the card holder." Them niggas get jammed up. The store clerk held them in there for a little bit for the fucking the Nassau Bahamas police to come get them. Now, in the Bahamas, say us three, we go to the Bahamas and we're chilling, and me and him could be in the room chilling, sleeping, and you're over there doing some fuckery. Guess what? We in the Bahamas, we're together, nigga. We did it together.
It's one.
So them niggas got pinched down there. I'm in the room, nigga. I hear the door. They was like, police. But I'm like, police? What the fuck? And I had so much cash in the room. I'm over there stuffing cash bundles in my pants. I had those long dress sleeves that you could roll up, and then it has a hook. You could tie it to make it a short sleeve. I'm putting bundles of money in the arm and rolling it up. like arm fucking fat like this. Like you would have to be an idiot not to know there was some shit in there. I'm rolling up all the money I can into my arms and my pants, whatever, stuff and everything. But it was not that much. It was probably like maybe 40,000 or 50,000 that I was able to roll up.
Not that much though.
Yeah. But and then like 50,000 was a lot of money
there.
back then.
Yeah, back then, yeah, hell yeah. That's like fucking $2 million right now.
So now, they're like, you guys got stolen credit, and then in like these dumb fuckers still had the receipts from the fucking cash machines. So the cops, they was like, oh look, these motherfuckers was using these cars all over the place,
casino and
So they was like, all right, you motherfuckers are coming with us. Go to the fucking police station, and we're in there with other criminals from the Bahamas. And they're like, look, they was like, oh, you three together? Only one of you motherfuckers got to plead guilty. And then they'll let the other two go. So we're like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, when you motherfuckers gonna hold this down? Because it ain't gonna be me.
Whoever made it hot.
Yeah. So then he was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna hold it down. Nigga pled, so we go to the court. And it's like, like the British court system where they're fucking wear those fucking wigs and all that.
Yeah.
Like, it was a magistrate.
Old school shit.
Yeah, it was like
British shit.
Like, yeah, exactly. Because the Bahamas, I don't know now, but they were under British rule.
Absolutely.
So now.
Slavery time shit.
Yeah, so now they're like, all right, yeah. So the guy was like, yeah, I plead guilty. And then, but we got this information from a cell person. Somebody was in the cells saying, look, only when you got to plead guilty. And the other two say, you don't know what's going on. And then they're going to let you two, but they're going to hold him for like a bail or, some shit like a fine or some shit like that. So they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. How do you plead? He's like, guilty. Then the next person, blah, blah, blah. How you plead? Not guilty. And then me, not guilty. They was like, all right. It was like a fine or something. So they held him for the fine and they let us go. And then, we paid his fine and we all got out. Well, me and my man got out, and he was still stuck. So we paid the fine to let him go. So now, fast forward a couple years later, we still rocking on this, right? And we get pinched, and now we try to do this. The same because we got pinched. I think it was like for counterfeit money now.
Where?
Because they were like fucking dummies in the Bahamas. Like we were nigga, you could.
You still in the Bahamas at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
So now you could give them $100 bills with your face on it. They like yeah. So,
it's crazy. When I went to the Bahamas, I thought about this nigga. I'm like, yo, they want to doubt on us. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. He pulled off what he pulled off over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said bills with his face on it.
Man. Yeah. So now we get pinched. We're like, all right, like we get pinched, like for some dumb shit. And the same thing, the people you with, because they know, because when you enter the country, they know who you're with. Yeah. They pinched us all again. We go to court now. We like, all right, one of you motherfuckers gotta hold it down. All right, guilty, not guilty. The nigga said, right, guilty, $75,000 fine. Not guilty, $25,000 fine. And the other one not guilty, $25,000. And then they were like, what the fuck? And it was like, you guys are going to Her Majesty's prison. The worst, if you look it up, it was the worst prison in the entire world. No running water, no toilets, nothing. And you're in the cell with like 10 people in like whatever cell, like 10 by whatever it is.
Got a hole in there where you could use
the bathroom was like, to pee was a gallon jug of water, and to poop was like a paint bucket. Those big paint buckets, like when you open it up. So now we're like, holy shit. Like we're fucked. So now we in the fucking jail. And we like, the embassy, when you get like foreigners, like Americans, the embassy, when you go through all that shit, the embassy contacts your family. I don't know that because I don't have no communication. So we were in there for a little bit. I started getting cool with the guards and all that, getting like, because I was a big smoker. I love cigarettes. Fucking disgusting, but I love them.
Regular con shit.
Yeah, like, but I can't fucking stand cigarettes. The smell, I don't even want to look at that shit. But, we were getting cigarettes smuggled in. we was living the good life because I had money. Remember I told you earlier I had the money balled up, and that's how dumb these motherfuckers are. They searching me. They never found none of this fucking I got all this money on me going into the jail in prison. So you know how like you do the intake, like, and they're so dumb. Like, all right, they check you real quick, and then they go in the cell, but you're still in the line. So like I go get checked. I pass the money off to my man that already got searched. Get searched, and then give me that back, roll it back in. So now fast forwarding, we had to pay those fines, or we're gonna be stuck there because we also got sentenced to jail time. The kid with the $75,000 bail, well, it's not a bail, it's a fine. If he didn't pay it, he had to serve 5 years in prison, and for us, it's $25,000 or 2 years to serve.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we didn't know. We were like,
He
so
got 40 bands on him.
Yeah, so look, I got. I'm telling them, yo, listen, I got, like, I'm telling them, look, I got money, I could pay the bill. They're like, oh no, somebody gotta come do that. So I'm over here trying to devise a plan, and one of these guards got, like, the ones that was smuggling all the shit for me. Like, I was like, yo, listen, we started making an escape plan. He was like, yo, we gonna get you out of here, like, nigga, because I needed to get to Miami. So he was like, we were devising a whole escape plan. And he had everything lined up. And the day that we were gonna escape, my mother had came to pay the fine.
No way.
Yep. But regardless, I was out of there anyway. And look how it is. Look, when you got money, look, I'm in the Bahamas. These motherfuckers got me a boat. Everything was gonna get me out of the prison, and I was gonna get from fucking the Bahamas to Miami in about 40 fucking minutes on boat. These motherfuckers, I bought a fucking speedboat from a fucking correctional officer.
Insane.
Get what I'm saying?
That's why they not letting old boy out on bail. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucking sane.
And then, look, mind you, one of the remember the embassy contacted my mother because I don't know how that works. I guess when you put your emergency contact, the embassy, they was like, look, your son's down there. It's $25. They came with the bread. My mom and my sister been there for a couple of days already. But at that time, Western Union, you had to send a little by little. Like you couldn't send $25,000.
Hell no, you can't do that now.
So my mom was there for like 2-3 days, and the money was being sent to my mother and my sister, so the money would get there quicker. So look, I'm about to that night I was gonna get busted. Like the nigga was gonna get me outside, and they called. It was like, yo, somebody paid your fine. Like, who the fuck paid my fine? Nobody knows I'm here. Not knowing that the U.S. Embassy contacted. Yeah. So now I don't go to my mother and my sister. They send you to immigration because now I have to get deported. So now immigration, so they gave instructions to my mother. Look, you have to buy his return ticket. You have to do this. You have to do that. So like, all right, cool. So she gets my return ticket and all that for immigration. So now immigration, when you're deported, they take you to the gate of the plane. They make sure you're on the plane. They wait for the door to fucking close and you're out of there. So I go, I see I see my mom. They're waiting for me at the gate of the plane. And they got me cuffed up, walking me to the fucking plane. I see my mother crying. I'm like, yo, what happened? She's like, yo, they just raided your house in Queens. I'm like, raided my house? And the Bahamas had contacted New York. But somebody was already speaking with them. And it was the nigga that I was already in the Bahama jail with. He had gave me up on a previous occasion, so they had a contact already. Who to contact. So when they called, it was like, yeah, special division. Organized. It was like, not organized. It was like financial crimes unit. They already had like a connection between the Bahamas and New York.
And by the way, all this shit that you talking about is on Google. Like,
yeah, it's on Google.
Fucking, all the news,
everything.
The press,
CNN.
This is not no freestyle.
No, it's no freestyle.
Niggas could Google this shit.
You could Google it
right now.
Yeah, right now. Operation Swiper.
I just had to say that. So because niggas think
freestyling. Yeah. Ain't no rappers in
like,
here.
Even like you see when we were in prison. Remember, I went through all these fucking prisons, and those motherfuckers, because nobody could place the name with me, because a lot of niggas didn't know me, because I wasn't. They knew the name though. They knew Khan, but You know, there was niggas in jails pumping like, nah, that was me, nigga.
His name is Connor. He's a con artist. How the fuck?
That's insane,
bro.
Yeah.
That shit is
Yo,
wild,
but you wanna
bro.
know what's crazy? The crazy thing, right? And I'm gonna just say this because unfortunately, that's where we all met. Neither one of yous, and I'm using both of y'all as an example, were in there being who y'all really was. And I'm not saying as if y'all was living some fake shit. I'm just saying y'all went in there to do y'all time. Y'all wasn't in there trying to flex and be like, yo,
never flex,
this
never.
who the fuck I am, this, that,
I seen
that,
this
that,
nigga
third.
every time I was going to go on a trailer visits and I had to do the urine test. His cell was right by the shit. He was like, "Oh, you going on a truck?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had the penthouse up there.
Well,
I had the penthouse.
Yeah, yo,
Facts,
bro.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like looking at this whole shit, like on a 360 degrees. Like we gonna finish your story and shit like that. But listen, man, we some blessed individuals, man.
Facts.
Straight up, like
All doing great right now.
Listen.
All doing great.
alhamdulillah, God is great. You know what I mean? But yeah, Khannie, finish the story, man.
Yeah, so long story short, come back to New York. They raided my house. They get all my, they seized all like the computers. They even took anything that had a hard drive. We had like PlayStation 3s or 4s, whatever it was.
They take those got hard
They take-
drives.
You know,
they
got
had
hard
hard drives,
drives,
so they
hell
took
yeah.
everything. And I used to like decrypt all the credit card numbers on my computer, and I used to delete them. But I used to get it because remember
It's still
my
on the
man
hard
was,
drive, though.
but my man was like one of them MIT dudes.
Okay.
So like so he wiped my shit. But remember, computers never really wipe.
Nah, the hard
'Cause
drive still
they
has the information.
These motherfuckers retrieved all the fucking credit card numbers that was on that fucking computer. And they looked to see how it was used, and I got charged with all of those numbers that were on that fucking computer.
So our computers
Yep.
is trash, bro. 'Cause
And-
that hard drive could always be
But that was with information from one of the niggas that was with me.
Chasniga.
So how much time did you do for what you got caught for? Because they didn't catch you for.
No, they caught first. They caught me for all this stuff right now. This is like part one.
Yeah.
This is before all my big dogs got involved. So right now it's just me getting pinched. And I got 3 to 9 for all the shit that was on that computer. I only got charged for what the shit that was used on that computer.
Because they never caught you red-handed.
No.
They
They
caught you
had-
because somebody
they
told
had
on you.
nothing
Somebody
on
told
you.
on you. Somebody told on you.
Ain't had nothing on you.
Right.
Yeah.
So remember, I don't know that this motherfucker. But I had it in my head like only he knew. Like but
Yeah.
you put it past.
You
him,
put
that's
two
your
two
man.
together. Yeah, yeah.
So
Allegedly.
yeah, so I go up and like I'm doing a 3 to 9. I'm like, because I took the fuck because I just wanted to hear a 3 in front so I could go to shock.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah. So yo,
What's
but
shock? What's shock though? What's shock?
Shock program is
Because we got viewers that don't know nothing about prison. So when you say
okay,
shock,
So the shock program is a military style program. It's like a boot camp. And if you're able to it's a 6-month program. And if you're able to complete this vigorous fucking program, and I'm telling you, it's vigorous and fucking crazy. And I was like,
Emphasis on
crazy. So look,
vigorous and crazy.
So 6 months versus
3 years.
3 years or whatever,
Or 9 or whatever.
CR,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
back-
you got.
whatever the
So
back
nigga, I'm
end.
looking at 6 months. I'm going to fucking shock.
Well, you didn't do shock because I met you. So.
We all made trouble. There wasn't no
Let me tell you why I didn't go to shock. So I go to intake. I'm like, yeah,
You got a heart condition or some shit.
no, nigga. They said you're not eligible for shock because because amongst all the fraud shit, we like the niggas that we were selling the stuff to, I was sticking them up too.
Oh,
Right?
I missed the part. The whole
Yeah.
fucking airport heist.
Yeah, so
Damn, we got to do a 2-part series.
because this
We gotta do a
I'm just
2-part
giving you
series.
the first half of how I started.
Nah. I didn't even know that part.
What?
So look,
Hold on.
so look, wait, hold on. So look, so
What? And this my brother, y'all. I didn't even know this part.
Yo.
That's what you don't even care about. That's crazy.